more weeks. I'm chomping at the bit. I think it's going to help with my computer memory problem. And instead of having 50 tabs open, I should be able to have 100 tabs. So that will be exciting. How about you? When you work, do you have multiple tabs open? And do you have about 20 documents that you're working on at a time? I don't believe in multitasking, but I just like to have everything close, and you just never know when you might need some of those tabs open or something. Anyway, so welcome. What I wanted to talk about today was a little funnel building hack. And, it's everything that I teach revolves around systems. How can you build systems? Because you can't build a sustainable business unless you have these systems in place. So today I just wanted to share a little hack with you. I'm going to be demonstrating it both in Funnel Gorgeous and also Kartra. Those are my two favorite all-in-one marketing programs that I help people with. So before I jump in, I just wanted to give you a brief recap, I guess, as far as why are funnels important and what kind of funnels should you be using in your business. First of all, I'm just going to say that there's all different kinds of funnels. A funnel could just be connecting on Facebook and engaging with people and then inviting them into your Facebook group. That is a funnel. So it's taking a large group of people and getting your messaging out there, connecting with people, and then inviting them basically to come a step closer because they have a problem and you have a solution, right? So hopefully your solution is what they're looking for. So again, there's all kinds of funnels. It's not always just the hardware funnels that we think about. But as you build your business, most of you will need some kind of a real funnel in the sense of using software and having pages and the opt-in forms and the automations and the emails that go out, all of that kind of stuff. So that's usually the funnel system that we think of when we hear the word funnel. With those types of funnels, believe it or not, there's all different types of or kinds of funnels based on what the product is, how you're selling it, how you want people to engage, whether your audience is hot, warm, cold, they've never heard of you. So there's a lot to go into when you're mapping out and planning your funnels, planning your marketing strategy, so to speak. But the little hack that I want to show you today is regardless of where you're at on building funnels, maybe you're just getting started, or maybe you've built funnels or you've had somebody build out all kinds of funnels for you. I want to show you some little hacks that will help you speed up the process. And I'm all about one and done. So what that means is if you think you're going to do something more than once, then do it right the first time. And then from there, you can just rinse and repeat. Now, I don't know about you, but it's kind of hard to be constantly thinking up new ideas or trying to find, okay, what did I write last month that seemed to be really engaging? So if you have something that you think you would be repeating, even if it's kind of the high level structure, then let's create a system around it and then put it in a place where it's easy to get to, and then you can reuse it. So specifically, what am I talking about? And I'm going to jump into Funnel Gorgeous here in a second. What am I talking about when you're actually building your funnels? So most funnel pages have some kind of like the easiest thing to think about is the standard footer. And that probably has your company name. It probably has a link to your privacy policy. Might have a link to connecting to your Facebook group, any of that stuff. And you're just kind of repeating it over and over again. So by creating some templates and global elements that you can use over and over, you never have to think about that. You do it once, you build it once, and then you just continue to reuse it. If you change up your, like your branding color, if you're doing a special campaign or something, everything could stay the same and you just change the background color or change the background image. So it's that easy. Another section that you might be able to kind of rinse and repeat would be something like FAQs, frequently asked questions. So if you're offering products and you have your product ladder where you have more than one product, chances are most of the FAQs are going to be the same. There might be one or two that's applicable only to that particular one. So why not build it in a way that you can just reuse it over and over? And then if you just need to modify it a little bit, so much easier, so much faster than starting from scratch, right? Okay, so let me share my screen here. Let me move all of this stuff out of the way, and I will share my screen. And let's just jump in. First, let me jump in to to Funnel Gorgeous, right? Now, if you're new and you're just kind of following along, Funnel Gorgeous, they've got beautiful templates, very easy. It's an all-in-one product. You do need a little jump start at first when you first get started, but having a template to get started is really easy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, if you're new to Funnel Gorgeous or just kind of learning your way, over here on the left, when you click the funnel and websites and then click on funnels, that's where all of your funnels are. And I just have a little test funnel that I play around with. So I clicked on that. Here's the different pages or steps within that funnel. And I'm just going to edit this page. So it brings up this page, and you can see that basically I have 3 sections, so to speak. Within Funnel Gorgeous, you build things based on a section. So I've got this blue section. So this could be like a heading. It's way too big, but you get the idea. And then I've got this middle section. I've got a section down here. Click to sign up. So I don't have a footer section here. So I'm going to add one, and let me just show you how easy it is because I've already saved it as a global section. So within Funnel Gorgeous, if I come up here and click on section, and I can add a section, I can also manage, which I'll talk about in just a second. So when I add a section, these are the normal ways that I add the section. But notice over here where it says global section. If I click on that, I have something called Starr Consulting Footer section. So I'm just going to click and drag that all the way to the end. And there it is. There's that little section here. It's already got the link for my my web page. I don't have it linked here to my privacy statement, but I could link that, terms of service, all of that kind of stuff. So see how easy that is? And I would brand this according to my brand colors, my background image. I would put all the information in here that I needed, and then I would just save it as a global section. All right. Now let's say this little pink section. Maybe you have a standard opt-in section that you want to use here. So I clicked on that button, and the text over here, I'm just going to change the text. I'm just going to say, yes, I want it. Okay. And for the button, instead of green, let me just change this to, I don't know, we'll change it to the blue. Okay. And if this, I could just save it just like this. This would be a nice little section that I could use over and over again. If the pink, instead of the pink, if I wanted to use one of my brand colors, I could do that. I'm going to leave it pink just so that you can see it. I could even go a step further if normally you wouldn't do this, but if you had a button that always went to a certain page, I could go to, I could get that URL and I could link to it. I'm not going to right now. I'm just going to save this. Okay. So now that I have this, I want to save it so that I can use it over and over again. And you'll notice when I clicked on it, it's got the little green box. So that means it's a section. So I'm going to come up here to, oh, one other quick little thing here. When I'm working in sections, and especially when you have a long page, you know, it just goes on and on. If you name your sections, so here, this pink section right now, it's just called section. So how about if I name this yes button section, okay? And I could even say pink to help me remember. So I've named that section. The beauty of that is when we come up here to section and we come down to manage, do you see over here? Now I can see that section. So again, if this page had 50 or 100 sections in it, it would be very easy to find that section if I was trying to do some work on it. So that's just a little side tip. Now, what you can also do, so if this was, let's say, truly an opt-in, and I put the link in, and I'm going to use it several places on my page, I could just copy. So this little double paper thing, I could just copy it and then move that wherever I want. So again, look for those systems, do it once, and then just rinse and repeat. So instead of constantly creating the button, creating the link, creating the background color, I could just do it once, save it as a little section here, and then I could have multiple copies and just move them around. Next to it, you'll notice it's supposed to be like a little picture of a floppy disk. If I click on that, I have two options. I could save it as a template, and a template lives only in this funnel, okay? Now, a global section is available on any of your pages and funnels that you create. So that's the difference. The downside to a global section is you can't have custom CSS code. It doesn't carry the code with it, okay? Oh, actually it says, oh, it doesn't work for either template or global section. Okay, so I'm staying corrected on that, all right? Why would you, what's the difference, or when would you use it? So if I'm building a funnel for someone and I'm only going to use it one time in this particular funnel, then I would just save it as a template, and then I could just keep reusing it within that funnel. If it's something that I know I'm going to use in different funnels, I definitely make it a global section. And again, here, instead of just section, I could put as much detail. The more detail is better. I tell people white space is free. So in other words, make your description really descriptive. So pink, that's going to stand out. Yes, I remember that pink section, and I'm just going to say pink, yes, button section. Okay, and now I'm just going to click on global section and save it. And then if I wanted to use it, so I'm just going to scroll up a little bit. I come up here to section. I'm going to add a section. Let's see if it's going to show up. Yep, I couldn't remember if I'd saved it. And then there's my pink section. Okay, did it add it? I think it didn't add it because I already had it on here. All right. But that's how you do it. That's how easy it is. All right. Super easy. Now, let me hop over to the Kartra pages. And Kartra looks a little different. It's a little more graphical oriented, I guess, but you still start over to the left. These are all the different pages and communications and automations and all of that that you can get into. All right. So let me just open up this page here. And the concept is the same. Basically, we just switch it up just a little bit. Why I keep getting that message, but so here is a little opt-in page that I had created, and I've got two sections down here that I use over and over again. The one in the blue is just my standard copyrights and privacy policy and terms, and then my logo, and then it's my brand blue color. And then right down here, this gold section, this is a little testimonial section. Excuse me. And when I first did this, of course, it took a little bit of work. I had to find the picture, had to find the quote. I found the layout that I liked with these little boxes. So this is a nice style that I like. So if I wanted to use this over in, in other funnels, I could do it. I could easily change out the people's picture, name, and add somebody else's. But all of that formatting, all of that stuff is good to go. Now within Kartra, to find the sections, you just hover over here to the right and you get this little wheel, and that just indicates that it's a section. So for this one, super easy in Kartra, all you do is you just click the little heart button. Save section as a favorite. And then in the future, if I wanted to add a section, then I could actually find one of my favorites. So I am just going to, well, and actually right up here at the top are my favorite blocks. And here's the one that I had just saved. Let me scroll down and just show you. So here's a couple of like footer blocks that I had saved. Let's see. I'm gonna grab this one here, and I'm just gonna grab it and drop it in. And now here is this section. And if I click on the little section wheel, you'll see that this is section 1. Now let's just take a quick second and analyze this section. There is a background image here. It has the larger font heading here, and it's actually directions to me. State the big problem, turn the knife, describe the problem. Here's a button, and then problem 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so again, once I have it in here, it's pretty easy. I can just click on any of the sections that I want to edit. I can put my text in, change the background color, all of that kind of stuff. And it's that easy. Okay, so let me stop sharing and bring this back. Okay, so let's just do a quick little recap of what I showed you. First of all, I'm always harping on create systems. If you create systems in your business, it's going to be so much easier to actually scale and have a sustainable business. If you're constantly starting from scratch, redoing, rebuilding, it just takes so much time. And I kind of laugh and I say I'm a little on the lazy side, because if I do something once and I know I'm going to do it again, then I try to come up with some kind of a system so it makes it easy to reuse it. And as you're building your funnels, whether you use Kartra or Funnel Gorgeous or even another system out there, there are ways of creating, whether it's a global template or a global section, then you can just reuse it over and over. And as I'm building funnels for people, one thing I'll do is I may look at different funnels and pages out there. And if there's a section that I really like, then I can create it in like one of my my dummy funnels and then just save that. and then I have it, and so I can use it even for my clients. All right. So how cool is that? All right. So if you're watching on replay, just let me know that you've watched on replay. If you have any comments watching live, you have to let StreamYard know so that I can see the comments. And before I leave, I just want to tell you that I'm getting ready to promote my, I used to call it my BAM, Business Accelerator program. I renamed it to Funnel Foundations. And it's an 8-week small group intensive coaching program, intensive in the sense that you get all kinds of access to me, you get all kinds of tech support, and at the end of the 8 weeks, you will have your complete funnel built, the automations built, you'll have the wireframing for your course, your online course. So basically, you will have your business foundation built, and you will have me pushing and guiding you the whole way. Because what happens, most of the people that I work with, they just get so caught up in either the tech challenges or just so caught up trying to do the day-to-day that it never gets done. And without some kind of a system, some kind of a funnel in your business, it's almost impossible to grow your business. So if this sounds intriguing to you, I'll put the link below. You can get on the wait list. I would love to have you in my group. All right. So that's it for today. If you have questions, reach out to me. Let me know what systems you're using in your business. All right. Take care.